Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Colorado Rockies rebuild franchise here on MLB The Show 24. It's been a while, but we're getting back to it, and we're playing some baseball. Opening day of year 3 as our Rockies put together a much improved year 2 as we finished 78 and 84, a three-way tie for second place in the NL West with the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks, who we are going to open this season against. Our Rockies, along with the Diamondbacks and Padres, each finished one game out of a playoff spot last year, but the Rockies, we've added Luis Robert Jr. from the Chicago White Sox in a blockbuster trade where we sent over Chase Dollander, Drew Romo, and Elehuris Montero. We've also re-equipped the bullpen and hopefully put a more complete effort out this season as far as our pitching staff is concerned. Max Freid will get the start here on opening day as he's in year 2 of his Rockies tenure. I think 2 more years left on his contract as he was our lone all-star last season. Looking at some projected leaders here, Nolan Jones projected to lead in average and OPS, whereas Alonso is projected to lead in home runs and RBIs. Jones also our projected stolen base leader, which would be a surprise, but Ryan McMahon, our WAR leader there at 4.4. But more importantly, our projected record this year, 85 and 77, and we're projected to finish behind the Dodgers in the NL West. So a playoff spot here in year 3 would be a huge success in terms of how this rebuild has been going to start this franchise. But welcome back. I know it's been a while, but we're getting back to some baseball. I've been really wanting to play this game, and I'm glad we're getting back to it. As we see here, Max Freid 17 and 7 last year, led with innings pitched in 218 and 2/3. But look at that ERA and WHIP. Very, very good. Strikeout to walk rate pretty decent as well. Not the biggest strikeout pitcher, but limits base runners, and he keeps the ball inside the ballpark. First batter of the year will be Geraldo Perdomo. Put together a solid effort last year for the Diamondbacks. The opening pitch here from Max Freid. You're going to go with an inside fastball. That one well up in the zone, a 1-0 count. And Perdomo has spent all 6 years of his career so far with the D-backs. They did make the playoffs back in year 1 of this franchise, but fell off last year as they started a ground ball here to Brendan Rodgers. 1 out here to start year 3. And I'm very excited for this season. Like I said, playoffs are bust this year as we take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. Pretty similar to how it's been over the course of this franchise, although they did acquire Cody Bellinger, brought him back home to Arizona in a trade with the Cubs. And now Ketel Marte, one of the best pure hitters in the league. And Max Freid again starts off with the ball. Last year, Marte hit .300, one of the leaders in the National League. A high fastball there. A soft liner there to left field as Yanquiel Fernandez starting his first opening day of his career at 22, 23 years old. And he puts that one home. So 2 away here for Corbin Carroll, one of the most dynamic outfielders in the game. Batting in the 3-hole today to start the season for the D-backs. Again, Max Freid starts with the ball, going with the first pitch slider that time. And now we'll try to go with a fastball up and in. The fastball missed up, so now a 2-0 count here to Carroll. Definitely don't want to put his speed on the base pass. And control kind of lacking here from Freid to start. A 3-0 count with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. on deck. Try a sinker this time. That one does get in there for a strike. I think we'll just go right back to it. 3-1 now to Carroll. That one, good hit there to left field, although Fernandez playing back a little bit does catch up to that one. So 3 up, 3 down. A good inning for Freid despite the control concerns early on. And we have Luis Robert Jr. leading it off on the bump for the Diamondbacks. Get the opening day start. Brandon Pfaadt, not a good year last year. ERA at 5.79, 10 and 14. And this team, like I said, kind of fell off when you go back to year 1, even the year prior to that, where they made the World Series. But it looks like the Diamondbacks on a downward slope here, the downward decline, whereas our Rockies are expected to have a good year. But Luis Robert Jr., 217 last year, but going back to spring training, he hit 10 home runs. So we'll see if he can carry that into this regular season. A hack there on the high fastball, and now an 0-1 count. The 0-1. And we get under that one. Not how you want to start the Rockies' tenure for Robert Jr. A soft pop-up there to first. Now Nolan Jones up to the plate. As we saw, he's projected to lead in average and OPS this season. First pitch swinging at the fastball, send that foul. And I haven't played this game for a while. I think it's been weeks, I think it's been a couple weeks. So bear with me as I try to get the hitting mechanics back into my groove. Swing and a miss there at the sinker. A quick 0-2 hold to Jones. A 1-2 count now. Good eye there from Jones as the sinker misses just in. Evened up now. And we ground that, and that goes for a base hit past the diving Bobby Dahlbeck there at first. And Jones is on board here. A single with one out here in the first. In the 3-hole now is Pete Alonso, his second year as a member of the Rockies, won a Gold Glove last season. First pitch there does find the zone apparently, although it looked off. An 0-1 count here to Alonso. But yes, Pete Alonso, the Gold Glove winner, we would expect more of a Silver Slugger award. Swing and a miss there at the fastball, another 0-2 count here. And that was a horrible one, the curveball got us. We haven't seen any breaking balls yet, I don't think. And that one made us look very bad. You know, it's at bats like that you kind of consider just editing out completely, but we're transparent on this channel. And, you know, we're going to have some good at-bats, we're going to have some bad at-bats. That's just how it goes in this game. Now Santander in the cleanup spot. Led our team in RBIs last year, over 100. As you see there, 116, which I think was second or third in the National League. A very good debut year for Santander. A big addition along with Alonso in year one. Year one's offseason. A swing and a miss there at the fastball. And it's now 1-1 count, 2 away here in the first. And we do hold up, luckily. And we are in a hitter's count now. 2-1, Nolan Jones on first. A fastball misses inside. Now a 3-1 count. Ryan McMahon on deck. Santander going to foul that one off. So full count here. 2 away. Nolan Jones will be in motion. And Santander gets a hold of that one. And it does get in there along the line. Santander going to go for 2. We're going to send Nolan Jones home. And that's going to do it here. An RBI double to start the first. And you love the run production right out of the gate for the Rockies. Anthony Santander picking up right where he left off. And, you know, when you have that runner in motion, Nolan Jones, decent speed in the 70s there. And I thought they had a better chance at maybe getting Santander at second, but Santander starts the season with an RBI double, and the Rockies take the early lead. That high fastball gets in there. Good resistance from McMahon. You want to maybe see a better pitch in this at-bat. An 0-2 count after a swing and a miss on a curve. And we do hold up on that sinker. A lot of check swings so far. Hopefully we can show better vision as this game goes on. High fastball there outside the zone now. 2-2 count. 20 pitches already for Brandon Pfaadt in this inning. And now when we're looking at the inside fastball, we got to swing at that. Especially we saw a pitch earlier that was even more inside than that, called a strike. So got to be a little bit better on, you know, with 2 strikes, especially with a runner in scoring position. But we'll take the early lead. Anthony Santander with an RBI double to put Colorado up 1-0. Leading off in the cleanup spot here, Lourdes Gurria Jr. I think was at only 12 home runs last year. Not a traditional cleanup hitter. This Diamondbacks lineup. And a bad swing there, a bad pitch from Freid to start. But we'll take it. But this Diamondbacks lineup really hasn't seen much upgrades over the past couple years of this franchise. A ground ball there gets through. And a base hit for the Diamondbacks. Gurriel Jr. on base in his first at-bat of the season. Now in the 5-hole is newly acquired Diamondback Cody Bellinger, traded over from the Cubs. In a contract year, Bellinger signed a big deal with the Cubs a few years back. And like I said earlier, now back in his home state of Arizona, swinging a miss on the low fastball. And now an 0-2 count, going to try and get him to chase a low changeup here. That one too low. Good eye there from Bellinger. Now the 1-2. Go back to the sinker. Maybe get a double play ball here. That one too high in the zone. And that's going to dip in for a base hit over the head of Nolan Jones. Very strong arm from Jones. I don't know if they're going to test him at for home, as they do not. So runners on second and third as Gurriel Jr. stays pat at third base. And Cody Bellinger a double in his first at-bat as a member of the Diamondbacks. A 1-2 sinker just hung up there in the zone. And now here's Gabriel Moreno, the catcher. One of the best fielders in the game at the backstop, I believe, coming off a Gold Glove award last season. The bat showing decent strides. Hopefully that's an area he can continue to progress in, as the runner does stay there at third. Pete Alonso takes that to first, so 1 out now in the inning. And now here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Now with 1 out, I think we're just going to go ahead and intentionally walk him and try to set up the double play ball now. A force at any base, and here's Eugenio Suarez. And we're just going to pitch him down in this spot. Ground ball there to third. This could work out. McMahon to Rogers. And then to Alonso. Around the horn double play. As one pitch after the intentional walk, our strategy pays off, and Max Freid gets out of that bases-loaded jam as the Rockies preserve their lead as Freid strands runners on second and third with no outs. Brendan Rodgers to lead us off. The average a little bit down from year one, over 300, but just 273 last season, although we did sign him to a decent team-friendly extension, which does give him a player option, I think, after 2 or 3 more seasons. The 1-0 now to Rodgers. Going to offer at that sinker, but a little on top of it, fouls that off. Skipping ahead in this at-bat, a 1-2 count after a couple fouls. And then that one not going to see any contact from Rodgers, a swing and a miss as he goes down on strikes in his first at-bat of the year. That'll bring up Danny Jansen, who missed really the last month or two of the season when we were in that playoff push. So we had to opt for, I think, Ronald Cabrera, a rookie catcher, who didn't play too bad, although Jansen obviously would have been a much better upgrade at the spot. A swing and a miss there on the high fastball, now 1-1. We'll skip ahead a little in this at-bat, a 2-2 count. Jansen battling a little bit. And that one, we should have swung at that, but we do get the benefit of the doubt. That pitch looked all over the zone, but we live to see another pitch. And let's see if they give us the check swing, and they do. So 2 kind of controversial calls there, as Jansen probably should have been a strikeout, but we'll take the walk. And that'll bring up Ezequiel Tovar, the young shortstop, coming off his first career Gold Glove, one of the best at short in the game already. Although a ground ball there to his counterpart, Perdomo to second, back to first, and the Rockies, like the Diamondbacks, end the second inning grounding into a double play. So the walk, no harm there for Pfaadt as he induces the ground ball, and the Diamondbacks get out of it. Now 1-0 still heading into the third. Leading off for the Diamondbacks will be Drew Jones, set for his first full season as an MLB player. In a limited sample size last year, batted just 162, but he's kind of out there more for his speed and his glove, and hopefully the bat can come around at some point. A fastball there misses inside. Now 1-0 here from Freid. Swinging a miss at the sinker. And we really haven't seen many breaking balls from Freid here. Try and go with a backdoor slider. That one hung up in the zone, but Jones not ready for it. Swinging a miss. Now we'll try the curveball. Freid, I think, just 1 strikeout so far? Maybe. That curveball was a good break over the middle of the zone, but just dropped a little too far out. Good eye there from Jones. Now 2-2 count. Going with the fastball there. Jones sends that to left field. Yanquiel Fernandez settles underneath, makes the play. 1 away here in the third. Geraldo Perdomo backup led the game off with a ground out. The first pitch here from Freid, go with the sinker, and that does find the zone. An 0-1 count. Just going to try and stick with a low location here. Although that fastball does get over the heart of the plate. A swing and a miss, though. And now an 0-2, go with the high inside fastball this time. Swing and a miss from Perdomo. Max Freid gets the strikeout. 2 up, 2 down here to start the third. And Max Freid has been pitching very well early on. Had some trouble there in the second. Control issues as well, but he's mowing down these batters. A swing and a miss there from Ketel Marte on the low sinker outside the zone. Now we'll go fastball there, sent to left field. Fernandez pretty busy early on so far as he records the out there. 3 up, 3 down. Another 1-2-3 here from Freid as the Rockies still lead here heading into the bottom half of the inning. And now here's Yanquiel Fernandez for his first at-bat of the year. Busy day so far in left, a number 9 hitter in our lineup. Gets underneath that one a little bit. His counterpart there at left, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.'s giving chase, and that hung up there a lot longer than I thought. Potential there to drop in the gap for a base hit, for a double, but Gurriel Jr. does catch up to it. Now here's Luis Robert Jr. A pop out in the first. Definitely want better results this time. And we're going to send that to right field, opposite field. Base hit there for Luis Robert Jr., his first as a member of the Colorado Rockies, and hopefully the first of many. And the White Sox, they did get a pretty good haul in return. Robert Jr., 1 more year on his deal as well. We'll skip ahead in this Nolan Jones at-bat as he faces a full count here. And we should have probably swung at that one as well. I thought that was going to go for a strikeout, but again, we kind of benefit from a call that could have went either way, as we now have runners on first and second, just 1 out here for Pete Alonso. Alonso only 1 home run in the final month of the season last year. He was on pace for a good bit as he launches that one into the gap. Robert Jr. going to come around to score. We're just going to send Nolan Jones as well. Alonso gets in with a double, and it's now 3-0 Rockies. Alonso, a 2 RBI double, as Robert Jr. and Nolan Jones for the second time come around to score. And we love to see Alonso rebound in this at-bat after a tough strikeout to start the year. And Brandon Pfaadt, pitch count getting up there, already at 43 now. And he's not really looking too good. Just recorded 7 outs so far, as he'll start Santander off with a ball. Santander an RBI double to start his season. Looking for another one with a runner in scoring position here. Good rip on that one, although he does send it foul. Now evened up 1-1, and Santander, a Silver Slugger Award winner in his debut year with the Rockies last season. Chopping that sinker foul, now a 1-2. Now a 2-2 count to Santander. And a swing and a miss, good fastball, changing the eye level of Santander. Now 2 away here, and we're trying to not strand a runner in scoring position like we did last inning, or I believe that was the first, but 3-0 game here, 2 away. McMahon swing and a miss as Pfaadt climbs the ladder a little bit, now 0-1. The 50th pitch of the day for Pfaadt, low in the zone for a ball, now 1-1 to Ryan McMahon. McMahon going to foul that one off, as it's now 1-2 from Brandon Pfaadt. And McMahon going to send that to center field. Up there for Bellinger as he records the out. Although the Rockies do get 2 more around on a Pete Alonso RBI double, as they now lead 3-0 heading into the 4th. Leading off for the Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll, a very good year last year. OPS at 865. 30-30 type player. First pitch here from Freid goes changeup. That one low and inside. Then we'll try to stretch the zone a little bit more, go with the outside slider. Good pitch there from Freid. And it's now evened up 1-1. Go right back to it, but this one a little more in. Carroll going to send that foul. Now Freid in the driver's seat. A 1-2 count. Fastball swing and a miss. And Max Freid kind of finding his form now. His second strikeout of the day. Like I said earlier, not much of a strikeout pitcher. But when you can strike out the best hitter in the lineup, especially to start off the inning, we'll take that all day. Now 1 away here for Gurriel Jr. He got on base with a leadoff single back in the 2nd. The 1-0. Go right back to the sinker. That one does get in there for a strike. Now we'll give him the slider action. That one low. 2-1 will raise the eye level. Go to the fastball now. And that one does clip the zone. A 2-2 count. Now let's go with the changeup low and away. And that one just misses low as Gurriel Jr. works a full count. And we'll just give him the sinker here. The payoff from Freid. Swing and a miss. And Freid starting this inning with back-to-back strikeouts in untypical fashion, as that'll now bring up Cody Bellinger, a double back in the 2nd. And I wonder in hindsight if the Diamondbacks wish they would have just sent Gurriel Jr. all the way to home in that situation, seeing as how he didn't come around to score. Although, you know, runners on 2nd and 3rd with no outs, you think you could at least manufacture 1 run in that situation. That one launched out to right field. Nolan Jones giving chase. And again, that's going to tuck in over the head of Jones. Bellinger going for 2. And he has started his Diamondbacks tenure 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles. Hits right over the head of Nolan Jones out there. And Bellinger's having a good day so far. Now here's Gabriel Moreno kind of climbing up the lineup here, batting 6th. Kind of spent the first few years of his career in the 8-9 spots. The 0-1 after a fouled off fastball. And a good pitch there from Freid. Does get the benefit on that call, maybe a little off the plate, but a good spot nonetheless. Now the 0-2 to Moreno as he holds off on that low changeup. Moreno, 3-time Gold Glove Award winner. As that fastball way inside. Now the 2-2 trying to finish Moreno here. Swing and a miss at the curveball. And 3 strikeouts in the inning as Freid preserves this 3-0 lead for the Rockies. Some good pitching on display here. 3-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th. Leading off is Brendan Rodgers. Started his season with a strikeout. Pfaadt, a good pitch there on the edge of the zone, an 0-1 count. Another good pitch there as Pfaadt continues to work Rodgers outside. Now a quick 0-2 hole for the Rockies' second baseman. And now another good curveball that we're looking silly on. The bottom just absolutely dropped out of that one. And we haven't seen the curveball too much in this game. Pfaadt, kind of keeping that in his back pocket in those strikeout situations. So Rogers goes down on 3 pitches, and Pfaadt now starts Jansen off with a fastball. So the 0-1 now to Jansen. And he holds off on that one. So no immaculate inning here for Pfaadt, as we were kind of almost halfway to that point. Another ball there. The curveball misses in. 2-1 advantage Jansen in this spot. That one misses low as well. So it's now 3-1 to Jansen. That one just clips the zone. A good pitch from Pfaadt. Those calls kind of going either way so far. Not much consistency. As here's the payoff pitch. And that one way inside as Danny Jansen works a walk. 1 out, 1 man on here. As Ezequiel Tovar will come up to the plate. Grounded out into a double play last time up to end the second inning. Looking for better fortune here. Looking at the first pitch. Another good pitch there. Right on the edge of the zone from Pfaadt. Starting to hit his spots a little bit better. The 0-1 to Tovar swings through that one. Pfaadt in a good spot here. The 0-2 count. And now a 1-2 count curveball misses in the dirt. Tovar gonna fly that one out to center. Bellinger underneath as he does make the play. So now 2 away here. Yanquiel Fernandez, the number 9 hitter, will come up to the plate. Pfaadt looking to get through another inning here. Fernandez, I believe, flied out to left his last time up. See if he can get on board with his first base hit of the season. Fouls off the first pitch fastball. And Fernandez, like I said earlier, set for his first full season of big league action, making his first start on opening day. A potential with very good traits. Looks like he's going to settle into maybe a potential all-star. And also, there's Michael Lorenzen in the bullpen. Our farm system, after last year's draft, very, very strong. So if you missed our draft episode in last year, highly recommend checking it out. Dream Scenario Draft, and we now have the top 2 prospects in all of baseball. Second baseman Tom Park and second baseman David Castilla. And now a 1-2 count here to Fernandez. Swinging and miss the curveball again, making us look silly out there. It's Pfaadt. 4 strong, or that inning was pretty strong, but maybe not 4 strong innings altogether. As we now head here into the 5th. Bobby Dahlbeck, remember we intentionally walked him last inning, or last time up, to set up an inning-ending double play. But now he'll get fair game in his first real at-bat of the year. That fastball misses inside, but it looked like it was a pretty good pitch. Pfaadt has been kind of getting those calls, but we did not that time. Now that fastball misses low, as it's now 2-0 to Bobby Dahlbeck. And now a 3-0 count after the changeup misses low. Just going to give him a fastball here, as that one does get in there. And it's now 3-1 from Max Freid. Right here, the 50th pitch of the day for Max. Go fastball, fouled off. And we are now right back in this at-bat. So we'll go with the changeup this time. The payoff here to Bobby Dahlbeck. And he's going to send that to right field. Gets good wood on it, still going. Nolan Jones giving chase to the wall. And that just gets out of here. Bobby Dahlbeck goes opposite field. His first base hit of the season comes in way of a home run. And gives the Diamondbacks their first run of the season. An unexpected outcome there. A 3-0 count worked it to 3-2. And instead of, walking in what seemed to be a walk spot, ends up going opposite field for the home run. Bobby Dahlbeck, definitely his power well documented. And that one he knew it all the way, although it just barely got out. I think it hits the yellow there on the wall. And Nolan Jones, you're not going to get up the wall for that one, as Max Freid gives up his first run of the season. The leadoff home run now. And here's Eugenio Suarez. A little momentum now for the Diamondbacks, although that strike just gets in there in the bottom of the zone from Max Freid. Now the 0-1. That fastball way up there. And we're now evened up 1-1. We'll go sinker this time. That one sent to right field as well, although Suarez not going to get as good of wood on that one as Dahlbeck did in the prior at-bat. Nolan Jones there to collect it. 1 out here in the 5th. Drew Jones now back up, flew out back in the 3rd. And they really need to see some progression with the bat as he kind of solidifies himself as an MLB player. Sinker off the plate. Now the 1-0. Go fastball, ground ball there to Rogers. And I'm not sure what happened there. We should have had an easy out there at first. And that's going to go for an E4. I hit B to throw it to first, but Rogers kind of just double pumped there. And that is unfortunate, as the Diamondbacks now have very good speed at first. The pickoff attempt, and we got him. So it paid off to our benefit. Max Freid, a former Gold Glover there at pitcher, and a tremendous pickoff move. Drew Jones, a sitting duck there. And we kind of, like I said, an unfortunate result, but it works out for us on the not even the next pitch, but the next play, as we do get the pickoff to first. And a bloop there to center fielder Robert Jr. underneath. And with that, just one pitch, and we kind of switched the momentum there with the pickoff, but Bobby Dahlbeck does hit the home run as the Diamondbacks get on the board. Now 3-1 heading into the bottom of the fifth. Luis Robert Jr., a single came around to score in his last at-bat, and this is a funny turnout there, a funny sequence there in the top of the fifth. And now Robert Jr., hard hit there to center, but Bellinger, good depth on that one, gets back for that one. So one pitch, one away here in the fifth, as Nolan Jones back up a single, also 2 runs in this game. First pitch here from Pfaadt, that one inside a 1-0 count, and now a 1-1 count. Jones going to send that into the gap there, and he's now going to be 2 for 2 as he rounds first, heading for second. We're not going to test for third, as Nolan Jones now 2 for 2, a walk, 2 runs, and a double halfway to the cycle. But let's see if he can come around to score for the 3rd time today. Launches that into the gap, and Brandon Pfaadt might be on his last legs here. Now up to 73 pitches, the energy bar in the red. Pete Alonso up to the plate. Looks at a first pitch ball, an RBI double his last time up, the 1-0. And Pete Alonso is going to send that to left field, and that's going into the seats. An absolute rip. We get the perfect. Pete Alonso, 461 feet, 112.8 miles per hour off the bat, and that might be the hardest hit of the series thus far. I don't know if you can hear in the background, we actually have a car alarm going off outside, so Pete Alonso setting off car alarms here with a massive bomb as he doubles this lead from 3-1 to 5-1, and he's now 2 for 3 with a double, a home run, and 4 RBIs as Nolan Jones does come around to score for the 3rd time. And as I said, Brandon Pfaadt probably on his last legs, and in the very next at-bat proves to be true as he gives up the bomb. He's going to be pulled after this one. I think that's, 4 1/3, 5 earned runs, and not the best outing from the number 1 pitcher in the Diamondbacks rotation. And now when you talk about the Rockies rotation, not much better maybe on paper, but I mean, that might be the difference in our climb up the standings compared to the Diamondbacks' fall down them. So here's Michael Lorenzen, 60 games last year, 150 innings and 2/3. Decent numbers, from a guy who's going to come out of the bullpen, maybe get a couple spot starts here and there, but let's see if we can get to him now. And that was 4 1/3, 5 earned for Pfaadt. That last pitch, a fastball right down the middle. And now we start off here, Santander, swing and a miss. Pete Alonso and Santander tied for the team lead last year in home runs with 33. Another strike there. Santander now down 0-2. And that one does get in there for a strike. Kind of not sure why I took our foot off the throttle there, as we should have just stayed aggressive. 3 good pitches there for Lorenzen as he comes out of the bullpen and gets the strikeout. Now here's Ryan McMahon, 2 away here in the 5th. As that fastball misses way up there. We'll skip ahead in this at-bat. A 3-1 count here to Ryan McMahon. And that one does just get in there, as we do now have a full count here. The payoff coming from Michael Lorenzen. McMahon going to chop that to the 3rd. A good play there from Suarez as he fires to first. And Lorenzen a strikeout, then a ground ball to get out of the inning, but not before Pete Alonso. A 2-run bomb to extend this lead, as the Rockies have now put 5 across after 5 in a 5-1 ball game. Leading off will be Ketel Marte, that averaged, like I said, at 300 even last season. Max Freid still out there, just 1 earned so far, 57 pitches heading here into the 6th. That fastball Misses high. Now the 1-0 here to Marte. Fastball misses low. A 2-0 count here to Marte after 2 fastballs missed. Going to try and go to the slider here now. Way up in the zone as Ketel Marte will send that into the gap. He's going to round first, head for second. See if he tries to test for 3 as he will not. Stands there at second. A leadoff double now from the Diamondbacks as they look to claw their way back into this one. Now here's Corbin Carroll 0 for 2, still seeking his first base hit of the new season. That fastball a little too inside. It's now 1-0. And Carroll gets underneath that one, although he does send it out a good ways there to the track. Nolan Jones gets underneath, records the out. As Marte going to tag up, go for third, as he does reach safely. Now up is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. An RBI spot here with Marte at third, 1 away. Fastball misses in there. That is now a 1-0 count. Go back to the high fastball. That one sent foul, now 1-1. Now a ground ball here to Rogers. He does field that cleanly. And this time will fire to first for the out, although Gurriel Jr. does get the RBI as Ketel Marte does come home from third, as it's now a 5-2 ball game here. And here's Cody Bellinger, 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles. See if Freid can win in this matchup this time. Does start him off with a low changeup there. A 1-0 count now to Bellinger. Fastball misses high. So the 2-0, and we're just going to go off the wall here. We'll go with the curveball. And he does send that back to where it came from. Max Freid typically reliable in those spots, although that one a little too quick off the bat. As Bellinger is now 3 for 3. A runner on first now. 2 away here in the 6th. And here's Gabriel Moreno. Holds his swing there on a very low sinker. We'll go right back to it. Freid now at 70 pitches. Moreno going to foul that one off. A 1-1 count now. Fastball over the heart of the plate. Jones gets a late jump. And this might bring another run around. Bellinger going to round third, head for home. And Moreno an RBI double as the Diamondbacks get back 2 here in the top of the 6th. And I think it might be time to get someone warming up here in the bullpen. Top of the 6th. And you get a look here for the first time at some of our new relievers. Scott Barlow, TJ Antone, and Gregory Soto. I think we'll warm up Antone and Soto. Get one of the new arms out here eventually. Give him at least one more batter here. Bobby Dahlbeck back up. Homered in his last at-bat to give the D-backs their first run of the season. See if Freid can get out of the inning. Another fastball up in the zone now. An 0-2 count. They will continue to go up in the zone. This one more of a waste pitch as Dahlbeck does not offer. As it's now 1-2 here. The Diamondbacks, the tying run at the plate, although Dahlbeck is swinging a miss as Max Freid does get out of it. Not before the Diamondbacks get across 2 more as Bellinger now 3 for 3, and he's leading the way for this Diamondbacks offense. Brendan Rodgers 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Also had that error earlier, although that did open up a Max Freid pickoff attempt. First pitch here from Rodgers, going to send that to short. A good play from Perdomo. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And Michael Lorenzen has been fairly effective and efficient after coming out of the pen. And now Danny Jansen, 2 walks to start his season. We'll just skip ahead of Danny Jansen to fly out there to right field. Now 2 away here for Tovar. Swing and a miss. Good movement there on the sinker. Lorenzen doing a very good job out of the pen thus far. And another good pitch to the fastball. He does get the favorable call, as they have most of the game. A quick 0-2 hole here from Tovar. And a swing and a miss. Tovar goes down on 3 pitches as Michael Lorenzen comes out of the pen to set down the first 5 he faces, as the Diamondbacks kind of stealing the momentum at this point. 5-3 heading into the 7th. Eugenio Suarez will lead it off here, and we'll leave Freid in for now. Give him another batter or 2. First pitch there, changeup way down in the zone, way off. And Suarez chasing that time, so an 0-1 here from Freid. That fastball just misses. Good placement there, but a better eye that time from Suarez. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss from Suarez. And now Max Freid in the driver's seat. Haven't thrown many curveballs today. We'll try and get him chasing this time. Curveball off the plate. Good eye from Suarez. Go back to the fastball. And that one sent to left field. Fernandez going to settle underneath this one. And one away here in the 7th. Drew Jones now up. Reached on an error in his last at-bat, although he was picked off on the very next play, not even another pitch later. First pitch here from Freid. Swing and a miss there. A bad chase in the dirt on that sinker. And now 0-1 from Max Freid. Fastball, swing and a miss. And a quick 0-2 hole here. Then we'll try and get him to chase another curveball off the plate. Some great curveball there from Freid. Look at that movement as he sets Drew Jones down on 3 pitches. Now Max Freid up to 6 strikeouts. Really has picked up the pace, you know, when you compare it to the earlier in the game. And that break on that curveball, just insane. And no chance for Drew Jones on that one. So the lineup turns over here. And this will likely be the last batter that Max Freid faces in this contest. A 1-0 count. The slider misses. Go fastball. That one is called a strike. Mix it up now. Go off speed with the changeup. That one too low. Now a 2-1. Try the sinker again here against Perdomo. Chopped foul. So Max Freid 1 strike away from getting out of this one. Go back to the curveball. It's really come alive here down the stretch for him. And that's going to be sent to center. A base hit for Perdomo, his first of the year. And the Diamondbacks have really hit the ball well with 2 outs. And I think now we call the call to the bullpen for the first time. And I think we'll stick with the lefty. We're going to sit down Barlow. We'll go with Gregory Soto with Marte. Less power against lefties. And Carroll, of course, you want to stick with that lefty-lefty matchup. So Max Freid, 6 2/3, 3 earned, 6 strikeouts, and about 7 hits given up. So, I mean, not the most dominant opening day start, but did enough to keep our team in the game as we still lead here 5-3. But now we'll rely on the bullpen for the final 7 outs. And here comes Gregory Soto, an offseason acquisition. Good numbers last year, 3.10 ERA, a whip, a little under the league average with about a 2-to-1 to strikeout to walk rate. So we'll see if he can hang strong in this at-bat here. His first as a member of the Rockies. Going to start Marte off with a low sinker there, the 1-0. And that strike, that pitch, 100 miles per hour, but we do not get the call. And now 2-0 here. Marte going to send that to right field. Nolan Jones settles underneath, and Soto does come in and get the job done. As now we're still leading 5-3 as it's time to stretch here in Colorado for the first time. Now up to the plate is Yanquiel Fernandez. A strikeout and a flyout. Michael Lorenzen still out there, has set down all 5 batters he's faced so far in this one. Fernandez first pitch swinging as he fouls off the sinker. An 0-2 count here. Fernandez fouling off 2 fastballs. Good eye that time. The fastball misses just low. And we'll see if Lorenzen mixes in a changeup at this spot. The 1-2. And he does go off speed there with the curveball. Fernandez gets good wood on that, sat back on it. And that's out of here. Kept carrying, and it finds the seats as Yanquiel Fernandez, his first hit of the season, goes for a home run. Opposite field. As I said, we're waiting on the off speed there. And we sat back and hammered that opposite field. Fernandez, his first home run of the season. One of the younger players on this Rockies team for this season. And like I said, he had very good results last year in an expanded role. We saw him a little bit back in year 1, but more so in year 2 as he raised his potential from a B to an A. And he's someone we expect to solidify himself as a mainstay on this team going forward. So the first blemish for Michael Lorenzen as now Luis Robert Jr., a 1-0 count. A 1-for-3 day in his Rockies debut as he swings and misses at that slider. Now a 2-2 count to Robert Jr. And a strike 3 on a good slider. Good spot there from Lorenzen. A little out in front of it as he does respond well after giving up the leadoff home run. And now here's Nolan Jones, 2 for 2, a double single, and 3 runs scored. A tremendous opening day for Nolan Jones. We'll skip ahead here in this Jones at-bat to 2-1. As Jones going to rip that into the gap. And another hit. This one into the alley. May be able to get 3 here. And we're going to stretch it. Why not? The relay throw here. Bellinger to Perdomo. And Jones does get there with a triple. So he is 3 for 3. And now just a home run short of the cycle. And he also has a walk to his credit. What a tremendous opening day from Nolan Jones. We're hoping he, takes that next step as we'll look back on that Pete Alonso home run. 2 for 3, 4 RBIs, a double and a home run, as Nolan Jones just 90 feet away from his 4th run scored of the day. Alonso, good eye there as the slider misses just low. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Alonso still, keeping the bat on his shoulder, waiting for the first strike perhaps. Now 1-1. Now a 3-1 count to Alonso, and he will draw a walk on just 5 pitches. So Lorenzen gives up the triple and then a 5-pitch walk. And here's Anthony Santander, an RBI double earlier in the game. Now runners on the corners. He's going to grab that to first, double play ball here. Back to first, and they do get it, the 4-6-3 double play, as Nolan Jones will be stranded there at third. He will not get his 4th run of the day. Fernandez, a home run, and then a little more action after that, although Fernandez the only run to come across. 6-3 after 7. Corbin Carroll still looking for his first hit. Will stick with Gregory Soto. Lefty on lefty, a ground ball there on the first pitch. Tovar fires to first. 1 pitch, 1 away here to start the 8th frame. Now here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Gregory Soto only 4 pitches in with 2 outs recorded. That slider going to miss. And it's now 1-0. Swing and a miss on the sinker. And you love Soto's velocity. Hitting 99, 100 routinely on these fastballs so far. That one fouled off, and it's now 1-2. That one way up. Trying to get him to chase. Now a 2-2 count will go off speed. Changeup misses, and now a full count here to Gurriel Jr. Just go back to the sinker. As that one misses, those are the calls I've been talking about all game. The Diamondbacks, it seems, have been getting those, although we haven't been as friendly in those spots. Now 6-3 ball game, runner on first. Cody Bellinger 3 for 3 back up to the plate. Sinker misses inside. Go right back to it. That one chopped right into the dirt. Now a 1-1 count. Definitely going for the double play ball here as that sinker does get in there. But now on a 1-2, I think we go with a slider away. That one in the dirt. And the runner will not advance. Snapped over there to first. And now 2-2 count here to Bellinger. We'll just stick with the sinker. That one fouled off. We'll do it again here. Go change up this time, off speed. And another foul ball from Bellinger. Really fighting in this at bat. Now the 7th pitch upcoming. Swing and a miss. We win the battle this time as Gregory Soto gets his first strikeout as a member of the Colorado Rockies. And now 2 away here in the 8th. Moreno not as good against righties, so I think we'll just go with Scott Barlow in this spot. As Soto was able to record 4 outs, got the job done. Scott Barlow, one of our offseason acquisitions. I think he's going to be there in a setup role, kind of alongside there with John Curtis. Very good numbers last year from Scott Barlow, especially that whip at 1-1-0 and almost 80 innings pitched. His first pitching appearance here for the Rockies. That slider misses low for a ball. Now the 1-0 to Moreno. Fastball, swing and a miss. Now a 1-1 count. Go right back to the fastball. That one way up there. As it's now 2-1. Go to the slider again. And that one does miss. As it's now a 3-1 count here. Gotta go fastball, 3-1. Swing and a miss there from Moreno. Now full count, runner on first there will be in motion. Going back to the fastball as Moreno staying alive. So we'll go back to the fastball. Another payoff pitch from Barlow. As that's called strike 3. As we frame the bottom outside corner of the zone. And Scott Barlow battles back in that at-bat. Still 6-3 here. The Rockies coming up to the plate. Joe Mantiply will now be on. Very good numbers last year. Lefty out of the pen. 2.63 ERA, 1.17 whip. And a decent strikeout to walk rate. Although the walk rate may be a little higher than you'd want from a reliever. They will get the lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Ryan McMahon does not really hit lefties well at all. And is kind of a liability out there in these spots. We'll give him the green light there on the first pitch as he ropes that to center. Bellinger does settle underneath. So 1 pitch out of the pen, and Mantiply does induce the fly out. And now here's Brendan Rodgers. Not the best day. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and that error earlier. Although hopefully he can get it together a little bit better here against a lefty. The 0-1 after a swing and a miss on the sinker. And we're going to ground that down the left field line. Not the most exciting base hit, but a base hit nonetheless, as Rogers on base for the first time this season with the 1-out single. We'll skip through the Danny Jansen at bat, which ended in a strikeout. Now 2 away here in the 8th. Tovar, first pitch swinging. A lot of air under this one. As that's going to get out of here again. It did not look like it was going to have the distance. But Ezequiel Tovar, now his first hit of the year, as our 8 and 9 hitters in the lineup. Their first hits of the season for Tovar and Fernandez, a home run, as that's going to bring around 2. And the Rockies have now extended this lead 8-3. I did not think it was going to have the hang time or the velocity to get out of here. As Tovar, we said he won his first Gold Glove last season, and the bat has shown major strides. So I think Tovar may be a perennial all-star there at short. And you know, a lot of our positions in the lineup we have solidified over the next few seasons. And now an 8-3 game here, as that one does give us some much needed insurance. That first pitch out of the zone, apparently a 1-0 count out of Fernandez. I apologize for my lack of excitement. I just did not think that Tovar home run was going to get out of here. And now a 2-1 count here from Mantiply. So Tovar, Fernandez, and Alonso each with opening day home runs. Fernandez going to send that deep. Is this one going to get out of here? And it will not even reach the track. Got a little ahead of myself that time. So 3 outs left for the Diamondbacks as they face a 5-run deficit. Tovar, a 2-run home run to extend this lead for the Rockies. Leading off for the Diamondbacks, Bobby Dahlbeck, of course, had that solo shot back in the 5th. We'll just leave Barlow in there, see if he can get out of this game for us. First pitch slider gets in there for a strike. We'll go right back to it. Swing and a miss. Good movement there on the slider. Now we'll go with to the slur for the first time. See if we can get Dahlbeck chasing. And that slur too much in the dirt. He will not offer. Now the 1-2. Fastball well inside. But we'll try again. And Dahlbeck going to send that deep. And Dahlbeck, 2 solo shots in this game, will have an opening day. As now the Diamondbacks face a 4-run deficit. 2 home runs for Dahlbeck on opening day. Who would have thought? Especially after he was intentionally walked in his first at-bat. So maybe we were onto something there, as we did end up getting a double play the next pitch earlier in the game in that spot. But Dahlbeck serves up that fastball from Barlow, and he takes him deep. So Barlow falls victim there of the long ball. And we will get a couple guys up in the pen. Looked promising there. I think we had an 0-2, a 1-2 count there. But Dahlbeck having a tremendous game, although Suarez now down 0-2. We're just going to stick with the slider here. And that works out to our favor. 3 pitches there. Good response from Barlow as he gets 3 strikes on 3 consecutive sliders for the first out of the inning. Now here's the number 9 batter, Drew Jones, really desperate to get something going offensively in this game. That slider misses inside, but we will just go right back to it. That one chopped foul. Now 1-1. That slider just misses off the plate. A 2-1 count to Jones. That one misses inside. A favorable spot now for Drew Jones. Go back to the fastball as he does send that to third, right to McMahon. Very good fielder there at the hot corner. And you got to be quick, accounting for Drew Jones' speed. But we do get the ground out. Now Geraldo Perdomo up 1 for 4 as the D-backs down to their last out of the ball game. Slider up there in the zone, but we do get that in there for a strike. And now the 0-1. Good slurve. As now Perdomo down 0-2, and the Diamondbacks down to their final strike of the day. Go high fastball as way in on the hands. Perdomo does offer at it. Tovar settles underneath, makes the play, and the Rockies win as we take back-to-back opening days in this series. And this one, very, very good effort all around, especially in our lineup as we sent around 8 runs to score, backed by 3 home runs. Alonso was 3 for 4 or 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. Nolan Jones probably the player of the day. 4 for 4, 2 doubles, a triple, 3 runs scored, a home run short of the cycle as Max Freid does get his first win of the year. And Santander had an RBI double earlier as well. Scott Barlow does get the save as Nolan Jones not named the player of the game. They do give that to Alonso with those 4 RBIs, but this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was kind of a big gap between episodes, but hopefully you're sticking with it. I was very eager to get back into this game, and I'm happy we had a very good result here to start opening day on year 3. Next episode, we'll sim through probably the rest of the month. We'll look at some draft prospects and look at the top prospects in the league. As I said earlier, we have the number 1 and number 2 prospects in all of baseball right now. But as always, everybody, it's been real and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.